Another update, everybody. Let's get right to it on this nice rainy day. So a couple things happened this week, these last couple days, and let's kind of kick it right off. Earlier this week, Mike Blanchard, which used to be the Lucasfilm post-production MVP, he recently retired after 30 years of hard work. His quote is, one of the last of the original team of George Lucas's old G team that eventually became is the last standing, and now he's off. So we wish him good luck. May the force be with you, and hope you enjoy your retirement. Next thing is we have a few lists of books. One's coming up. So there's a couple books out, that coming out this year. Some of them are for the High Republic, but there's 3 that are correlate with canon that correlate with Legends. And the 3 I'm going to mention to you are the ones I'm the most excited about, and one of them comes out in a couple weeks. Let's go. So the first one is The Living Force by John Maxon Miller. It's supposed to come out April 9th, 2004, which is this year. It is another prequel book, and it's set I think it's like the year before The Phantom Menace, but it's a Qui-Gon Jinn Obi-Wan story, so it's similar to the book that recently came out. But it's also different because based on the speculation that I've been reading, you get to see a little piece of the whole Jedi Council going in and addressing the problems that the council's having, and the issues of you see the conversations. But what's interesting to me with the whole council, which is a decent amount of people, apparently there's a moment for every single one of them to a highlight and to save people. Qui-Gon gets a lot of voice. For Qui-Gon fans and prequel fans, it's really exciting. I'm personally excited. I'm going to be doing a lot of coverage over it. The last Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan story that came out was beautifully, I think, Master and Apprentice. Loved it. It's one of my favorite Star Wars books ever written. I would be very surprised if this one doesn't make top 10 for me as well. Of course, I say that with a grain of salt because the top 5 for me is they're hard solid there. The next one that's to come out later is called The Rise and Fall of the Galactic Empire. It's to come out July 9th. What's interesting, it's being co-written by Dr. Chris Kempshall, he's a historian, but he also co-wrote another Star Wars book years ago called The Battles That Changed the Galaxy. It's very interesting for a historical perspective into Star Wars. It's something that very similar to what I'm trying to do and a few other creators trying to do, but to write a book, kind of like The Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire, Rise and Fall of A, B, and C. But a lot of his quotes seem very he's so when you talk about the wars and you talk about Star Wars, you hear a lot of rebels and Jedi, and you don't really hear a lot about the Empire, especially from their perspective. Very interesting point of view. Just on his quotes alone made me interested to read the book. So it comes out July 9th. I'll be doing a whole bunch of coverage on that, and we'll be breaking it down. And let's see what's next. The one in August is probably the most anticipated, just with the last book, and I'll go into it. It's called Glass Abyss. Comes out August 6th. It's a second book with Mace Windu. Now, granted, I say that because Shatterpoint came out years ago, but has continued to carry over. It's such an amazing book. It's really similar to Apocalypse Now, the Vietnam kind of theme, which I heard that review going into it. I'm okay, we'll see. I couldn't put the book down. It's really amazing. And if you listen to the audiobook, it's voiced by the guy who does Mace Windu, which is pretty sick. So this one being a little bit heavier, and then he's doing, according to the synopsis that I read, Mace is fulfilling a last wish, kind of a before he died, of Qui-Gon Jinn, which, if you know anything about the lore, they didn't really like each other. So the fact that he's doing that and it's just to be a little mysterious, I'm very excited. Mace Windu low-key goes hard. So that's all very good news. Other than that, not really much going on. We'll see what happens. There's a few other articles that I read today, just haven't got to it. And look out for tomorrow. We're gonna fully break down the Acolyte trailer and just see what it's about. So thank you very much. May the force be with you, and stay safe.